Her fingers were icy when they touched mine. "Destroy the red barn before anyone finds out," she whispered. Less a confession, more an order. 12 years passed with my ex-wife keeping me from her farm. Whenever I asked to visit, she claimed she needed space to recover. I assumed it was grief or guilt over the way our marriage ended. I never pushed. Now she was gone. The property legally belonged to me. I stood at the start of the long gravel drive, fog curling around the silhouette of the barn. It looked untouched by time, freshly painted, too pristine. I told myself I'd call the fire department in the morning. Curiosity, however, has a way of overriding reason. The house felt frozen in memory, cold, immaculate, every corner arranged as if it were alive. The air smelled of lavender and dust. On the mantel sat a photograph of her, serene, almost saintly. She had always mastered appearances. I poured a drink, then stepped into the night. The barn loomed silently, its door slightly ajar, almost breathing. I should have turned back, but I didn't. I pulled the handle. The smell hit me first. Not decay, not rot, chemical, sharp, sterile. Metal shelves lined the walls, each holding labeled jars. Infant formula, gloves, notebooks with dates spanning over a decade. In the corner, an empty crib, clean, sheets freshly tucked. My mind searched for an innocent explanation, perhaps remnants of her lost family. But then I saw the photographs taped to the wall. Children of all ages. Faces I didn't recognize. I drove to town before dawn. The sheriff, an old friend, was still on duty. I asked innocuous questions, casual curiosity. Missing children? He frowned. Not in years. I said nothing more. At home, I sifted through her files. Farm accounts, clinic records. She had run a small midwifery service before divorce, legally, supposedly helping mothers who couldn't afford hospitals. But the numbers didn't add up. Then I found the hidden drawer. Inside were dozens of letters from women, all gratitude, desperation, and confessions. She hadn't been delivering babies. She had been taking them, selling them. The barn was her archive, the evidence meticulously stored. That night, I returned. Wind whispered through the gaps, carrying phantom murmurs. I pried up the floorboards, revealing tightly wrapped boxes. Each held documents, birth certificates, adoption papers, some forged, some blank. One folder bore my name. Inside, a photograph of a baby. The date matched the year she said she miscarried. Our child hadn't died. She had given him away. I didn't burn the barn. I called her lawyer and asked him to meet at the farm. He arrived cheerful, unaware, but froze when he saw the spread of documents. "I thought these were destroyed," he whispered. I met his gaze. "You knew," I said. He nodded, silent. I handed him the file with my child's photograph. "Find him," I said. "And if anyone learns what's here, I'll make sure this place burns with your reputation inside it." He left pale, shaken. Weeks passed. Authorities assumed the barn had been burned as she wished. They never asked questions. I didn't. I locked it up, every jar, every paper, every secret she'd built. Sometimes at night, I stand by the gate, watching the faint red of the barn under the moonlight. Part of me still understands why she did it. Grief can create monsters, but monsters deserve witnesses. I won't burn the barn. I'll leave the truth to rot or be seen, just as she wanted it hidden.